Have you ever heard the saying, the best thing about hitting rock bottom is that there's nowhere to go but up? We all go through tough times, and sometimes you might end up losing everything. Tough times build character, and if you can rebuild your life from your lows, you will be a much better person. This video will go through a step-by-step guide on how to rebuild your life. 1. Identify how you got here and where you are struggling. You can go through tough times in certain areas of your life or multiple aspects. For example, there are times where I was only struggling with my fitness life, and there are other times where I was struggling with everything. It's important to figure out where you are struggling and how you got there, so you can work on a plan to get back on track. Let's go through an example where someone is struggling with everything. Jim lost almost everything. He got laid off from his job, he stopped going to the gym, and his girlfriend broke up with him. He concludes that he got laid off because the economy wasn't in a good place and his company had to make layoffs. He stopped going to the gym because he got lazy and started skipping days. And his relationship ended because both parties were in different places in life. With this information, Jim can now make a plan to rebuild his life. If you're at rock bottom and feeling very depressed, this might not be feasible, so I suggest you to do step 2 first and then come back to this later. 2. Change your state. If you're feeling depressed from losing everything, I suggest you do this first before you do step 1. I'm talking about being so depressed that you're wondering how you'll make it to the next day. When you're going through tough times, it can really take a toll on you. Your mental state is all messed up, and doing some mental exercises won't help. Your state is basically what you're feeling in that moment, and the best way to change it is to just go for some light exercise. Changing your physical state will help you change your mental state. I recommend going outside for a light walk, because if you're depressed, you most likely will end up staying inside your home the whole time. Going out for some fresh air and a change of scenery will improve your mental health the most. As for how long you should walk, just do what's comfortable for you. Whether you're depressed or just in a small rut, going for a walk to change your state will do wonders for your mental health. It's been proven that exercise helps improve your mood, and it also has other physical and mental benefits. 3. Do one thing you can control each day. Depending on how you feel, this can be really easy or really hard. If you're struggling with depression, this will be hard, because just doing something will feel like a chore. Just try to find one thing you can control and do it. Maybe that one thing you can do that day is write down how terrible you feel, or just go for a 5-minute walk. Whatever it is, force yourself to do that one small thing. This is so powerful because people often feel depressed when something out of their control happens to them. So it's easy to give in to the feeling of powerlessness. But when you start slowly taking control of your life, you'll feel better. As you feel better, you can add more activities you can control and start taking back control of your life. 4. Redefine what you want. Now that your mental health is a lot better, you can now start planning. The great thing about starting over is that you can now do whatever you want. If you got fired or laid off from your job, you don't have to go back to the same industry. You can do something completely different. Take some time to reflect on what you really want. If what you were doing back then didn't make you happy, you should aim to do something else that you enjoy. If you aren't sure what you want, it helps to talk to people to get different perspectives. If someone has a life you think you would like, go talk to them to get their perspective. If you really aren't sure, you can always ask friends and family for some ideas. 5. Create a plan and execute. Now that you know what you want, it's time to make a plan on how to get what you want. Just make sure your plan has some actionable items you can do every day or every week, so you know that you're making progress. If you're looking for a new job, make sure you're applying to jobs every day. If you're looking to improve your social life, make sure you talk to someone every day, or go to one social event every week. If you are overwhelmed, it helps to make the actionable item very simple. For example, if you're overwhelmed by the thought of going to the gym and working out, your actionable item can just be going to the gym and working out for 5 minutes and leaving. It doesn't seem that scary when it's simple, and you'll feel good that you accomplished something. As your confidence builds, you can increase the difficulty of what you need to do. Just be sure to remember that if you end up finding out you don't like what you're doing, it's okay to go back to step 4 and redefine what you want. I've tried different things before, only to realize I didn't like it, and so I pivoted to something else. That's basically how to rebuild your life from nothing. Whether you're struggling with everything in life, or just one aspect, the plan mentioned in this video will help. Have you ever hit rock bottom? Leave a comment below and check out the video shown on the end screen on how to start over in life if you want more tips on starting over.